All right, YouTube. What's up? It's your boy GMMA here, back with another one. Well, we are back here with another one. Episode 2 of the Durag Chronicles podcast. I got Sir Dark Side with me. Dark Side, how you doing this evening?
You know I'm doing good. You know I'm doing good. Excited for what we got to talk about today.
Yes, sir. I see he got the cologne. He put the cologne on for the episode.
Oh,
I
you
see.
saw that? You checked? You peeped that right there? I didn't think you gonna
Peep
catch
the
that. I didn't think you
cologne.
gonna
I
catch that
peep the
one.
cologne.
Okay, okay.
Let's hop right into it. It seems to be a hot topic in sports right
Yeah.
now. Man, I can't believe I'm saying this. Matthew Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams have won the Super Bowl. They beat the Bengals, the O-line-less Bengals, and the greatest defensive player we have ever seen. Finally got him a ring, man. I'm not gonna lie. It's just like, damn. I wish it was Aaron Rodgers. Not gonna lie, that it just pains me to see that. I'm happy for Aaron Donald and Odell. Happy for Matthew Stafford too. I'm not gonna heap and Cooper Cup, but it's like, man. After and then I seen a picture of Jamar Chase. He was wide. He made Jalen Ramsey fall on the last play. And if only they double team Aaron Donald. For one, I don't even know why it was a one-on-one for starters. If they would have double teamed Aaron Donald and Joe Burrow would have got enough time to throw that bomb to Jamar, bro. Man, man, we would have been.
Imagine.
Imagine, man. So, what was your thoughts on the whole game?
Just to go off what you just said about the ending sequence right there. I'm not gonna lie to you. If it would have went down like that, if they would have blocked up Aaron Donald and Joe Burrow got the ball off, Jalen Ramsey might have been Eli Apple on Twitter. I'm just letting you know because he was getting barbecued that whole game. I'm just saying. He was getting cooked. So everyone clowning Eli Apple, but Ramsey was getting cooked all game long. I'm just saying. But the game went probably pretty much how I thought it might go. If the Rams didn't get blocked by the trash O line of the Bengals, it was wraps. I mean, that was pretty much going to be the end of the game right there. I mean, Joe Burrow, they held up good in the first half, which if you really pay attention, it wasn't the O line holding up good. It was just they're passing almost immediately as soon as Joe Burrow touched the ball. So they were getting hunted from the onset, but he was just getting the ball out quick. But the game went pretty much how I thought it would. I thought the Rams were going to win the game. The Bengals just you can't. I didn't think like that's possibly the worst possible matchup for the Bengals. One, you got Ramsey on the other side of the ball to take away your best receiver. Which even though Ramsey got cooked all game long, he was still better than some no name cornerback out there. And then the D line of the Rams is just it's too strong to go against a trash O line like the Bengals got. I mean, they were getting cooked all game long. I mean, Joe Burrow was running for his life. I thought he was gonna be out for the game when he hurt his knee
Oh man,
when he went down with that knee injury. I thought he was gone right there. But he was running for his life. So that's pretty much what happens right there. You gotta have an O line if you're gonna go, especially going up against a team like someone who got Aaron Donald on the line. I mean, come on. And plus, I don't trust the Bengals coach. I don't trust him at all. I don't even know how they made it this far with him as coach. Honestly,
I'm not
I
gonna
don't trust
lie.
him at
I do.
all.
I respect it. I respect that he went for it on a 50. That's some Madden type shit. I respect that. You
Yeah,
win the Super
that is some
Bowl.
Madden stuff
Yeah,
right there.
I respected that. They defense, the Bengals defense actually, they really not that
They,
bad. If you really
yeah, they're
look at
not.
it, they're like actually pretty solid.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm gonna say this: Eli Apple. He's terrible. Don't get me wrong. He's terrible. But I mean, he was going up against Cooper Cup, so it's kind of
Yeah,
like, I mean, what do you expect? Like,
yeah.
it's
I mean,
he's
Cup
going
is
up against, yeah,
he's
like,
dominating every quarterback in the league for the most part. I mean, he went crazy this year. He went nuts. I mean, plus, I mean, come on, Eli Apple and Cooper Cup. I mean, that's barbecue chicken alert, as Shaq would say. That's barbecue chicken alert right there. I mean, he was getting cooked for the most part. But the defense on the Bengals side, they held up for the most part for most of the game. I was actually surprised they held up so well, but that's primarily because OBJ went out early because he was cooking them from the get go from the start. But once he went out,
yeah,
got a
that
little
was it.
conservative. Yeah, they got pretty conservative on that side right there. I don't agree with the commentators either during this game. I mean, they were just trying to like suck off Matthew Stafford, saying, "Oh, he's doing it with no weapons. He has nothing out
He
there." Like,
got the
let's
bro.
calm down a little
He
bit.
had the best receiver. He
Yeah.
got Van Jefferson. He got two running backs
Oh,
who
come
could
on,
come out of the
man.
backfield and
Come on.
catch.
Come on.
He got a healthy O line.
They
Come on,
took that a bit far. Like,
stop.
well, he's doing it with no weapons. Like, come on now. Let's chill out on that a little bit. They're going a little overboard with that.
Man, but shout out to LA, and I know how you feeling right now. Since you're a 49ers fan and all, man, I know that hurt, man. I know you was rooting for the Bengals.
And
I know you was.
I like the Rams. I mean, I had no faith in the Niners this year just from the offset. I mean, we had Jimmy G at quarterback. You're not gonna give me. There's no chance you're getting me to put my faith in Jimmy G. After what I've seen as a Niners fan so far, there was no chance. My poor mom was so hyped during the Rams Niners game. I tried to tell her, Jimmy G is gonna give us up. So don't put your faith in Jimmy G. And well, lo and behold, end of the game, once they said we need Jimmy G for a money drive, I basically said, "Oh, game over. This wraps." Jimmy G on a money drive, yeah, okay, yeah, this wraps.
Oh man,
We
that's
lost. We
hilarious.
lost. Lo and
And
behold,
speaking of Matthew Stafford, I'm gonna be honest, he really didn't even play that good.
he did.
He didn't play that good. It just came down to that the Bengals are just like they're not ready. I
Yep.
think if they hit it big, this draft is it's like O line heavy. It's gonna be a lot of O linemen where they can go deep. This draft class is ass though. Like if you
Mm-hmm.
really look at it, there's not really like a solid list of quarterbacks, not a solid list of running backs. I mean, that's a good group of O linemen. This draft class is ass. So I mean, hopefully the first three picks that they have need to be all O linemen. Their only
Oh,
decent O
oh.
lineman, I will say, I believe his name is Ryan Spain.
Mm-hmm.
He's actually pretty good. Not gonna lie, he was holding up well.
Yeah.
They got a pretty good left tackle, but then outside of that, I think they got a backup right guard, and then they got like a backup right tackle. Like that's you got Von Miller on that side, and then you can literally just switch Aaron Donald over to the right guard. You pretty much like you cooked at
Yeah.
that point. So
Yeah, it's cooked. I
it's
mean,
cooked.
got ugly for them. All they
Yeah.
gotta do is go look straight for O line, whether it's free agency or the draft. They shouldn't be looking at no other position
No
besides
running
O line.
backs. No,
Straight
maybe a
O
cornerback.
line.
I would accept a
Yeah,
cornerback.
yeah, they do. Yeah, they do
A
need a corner. They do
cornerback.
need a
I
corner
don't want to
too.
see no D linemen. I don't see no linebackers. I don't see no O
So,
linemen. Because I think if they get an O line, bro, I think they can go. I think they can run it back, unless they run into like the Bills. I don't know that's gonna be tough. But I think they could probably run
yeah.
it back though. I think they can run it
I
back.
mean, to me, what I thought was Burrow is obviously great quarterback, but I wanted to see Jamar Chase against like that top flight corner. And that was Jalen Ramsey, but he was cooking Ramsey for most of the game. So after me seeing that, like even if he plays the Bills, I know the Bills got a good cornerback in Tre'Davious White, but he's not Ramsey. And Jamar Chase was cooking everybody this whole season. So they got something special going down in Cincinnati for sure.
Hey, you know what's crazy, bro? I'm honestly, I'm gonna keep saying this. You're gonna hear every time Jamar Chase's name is wrong. I'm gonna keep saying this, bro. I never forget this play. Right in high school, this dude, it's like I think he like hurt his knee, and this is like the go like to the playoffs, bruh. This dude literally caught the ball over three people for it. I have never seen anything like that before. Like with my own bro, it was literally three dudes, bruh, and he just like mossed all of them. I'm like, oh my goodness,
He's
bruh.
crazy. He's nasty,
It's
man.
crazy,
He
bro.
is
I'm like,
nasty.
and then when I see him in the league going against Jalen Ramsey, I'm like, he about to cook Jalen Ramsey. I'm sorry, I was telling
Hmm.
you, it was like Jalen Ramsey the best car. I'm like, bro, I'm telling you, bro. I've seen like I went to school with like I know what he's about to do to Jalen Ramsey, and what happened? Had Jalen Ramsey falling down. Had Jalen Ramsey,
That
bro.
was
That
rough for my boy.
once he caught that one hand pass falling down, I was like, yeah, GG's Jalen Ramsey, yeah. Yeah, it's over for you, my boy.
Facts,
But
facts.
shout out to the Rams once again. And the transition over to something else that happened this weekend. UFC 271.
Yeah.
We're not gonna talk about Derek Lewis losing during Black History Month. in his hometown. I'm not even gonna
Not
get into
Black
that.
History Month.
Yeah, Black History. Bobby Green one though. That was Bobby Green
Yeah,
one.
he did.
Yeah,
He
Bobby
did.
Green
He
one.
put on for us.
But what I
He
really
did.
want to talk about is Derek Brunson, Jerry Cannonier. All right.
Mm-hmm.
If y'all didn't hear me say it, I've been saying it for like the past year. Derek Brunson is not good. Don't let this man fool y'all. What Russell Westbrook said about Patrick Beverly? He's out here running around fooling y'all. Don't let Derek Brunson out here fool y'all, bro. This man is ass. And what happened? First, I'm not gonna lie. First round, I ain't gonna lie. That's probably the best
Mm-hmm.
Derek Brunson I've ever seen. Like
Yeah.
honestly, he was on. He rocked Jerry Cannonier. I'm like, oh shit, he about to get.
I know.
And I was talking hella shit doing the predictions with Pryor. I'm like, if he get this KO, bro, I'm gonna have to shut the fuck up. But luckily, he didn't get the KO. Comes out the second round and just. I've never seen a worse flop from the first round to the second round like that, like ever. Like he just looked.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. That was pretty bad.
He looked terrible. Like he was just diving in head down, and then Jerry Can. When you got a big black just behemoth like Jerry Cannonier's a scary dude to like be trying to fight, bruh. When he was defending Tate, bro, Derek Brunson had one of his leg in the air, bro, and this man was still defending the single leg.
Still defending that.
I'm like,
that was crazy. That was crazy. He stood up for that. He kept up for that long.
I'm like, bruh, this is crazy. But what was your thoughts on that fight?
I mean, I was expecting Jerry Cannonier to just maul Brunson in the first round. I thought he was just gonna knock him out in the first round. I was like you. I was surprised. Like that was probably the best Brunson I've seen in that first round against Cannonier. Because I had no people were talking about Brunson's resurgence and stuff like that, but to me, I was like, once he gets to like that top level of the division, I don't see that same thing happening. But to my surprise, he was actually doing pretty well in that first round. Almost had the choke to go ahead and put Cannonier away. I don't know. That's why he burned himself out so much in that first round. Probably going for that choke at the end, but. I think when he came out in the second round, I was like, "Hey, this ain't looking too good for Brunson." he looking like regular Brunson now. He's not blonde Brunson no more. He look like regular Brunson. And lo and behold, diving for legs, trying to get those takedowns. Didn't look too great, and then it was only a matter of time before Cannonier clip him with something good, and then that finish was brutal. I mean, I can't remember the last time I heard the announcer say that the corner threw in the towel. In MMA match.
I didn't even know you could throw in a towel.
I didn't. That's what I'm saying. I'd never seen that. I think all the fights I've seen, I've never even heard them say the corner's thrown in the towel. I was like, golly.
Bro, them elbows.
He got crushed. Bro. He was getting crushed by those elbows.
Bro, I'm like, I don't think I'd take them for like a cool meal. I'm gonna need like $1 billion, bro. Them
those were vicious right there. That was vicious.
He took 4 of them just unguarded. My goodness, bro. How is he able to eat food right now? Like, geez.
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, he was getting crushed by them. I mean, full leverage on the elbows too. I mean, it was disgusting. It was disgusting.
Then you got Israel Adesanya.
Oh yes.
I want to talk. You know what? I wasn't gonna talk. We're gonna talk about this. Izzy, you sound like a real coon. I'm not gonna lie to you. You sounded like a coon, my guy. You defending the white man.
Not doing Black History
during Black History Month, and then you're not defending your African brother, quote unquote, against Dana White. But you as soon as motherfucker say something about the white man, yes man, you're quick to say something about like, come on. Oh man, I don't know. Oh man, Izzy, bro, do better, my guy. Like Dr. Umar said, it only takes a little bit of white brainwash to activate the coon chip in the average Negro. Izzy, do better, my guy. Speaking of Izzy, his performance against Robert Whittaker is getting a lot of flack. I'm gonna be honest, I'm probably in the minority and I don't care. I kind of I'm blaming. Now some of the blame does go to Izzy, but the blame's going to Robert Whittaker too, because I knew what he was going to do. He was going to try to come in and be patient and fight on the outside. I'll give him credit where it's due. He tried to push the pace with the wrestling, but literally this is what his game plan consisted of. He circled around. He'll throw a jab, which he was landing on Adesanya. Then he would like triple up on a left hook and then never follow up with a right hand, and then just back up and repeat. So it and then he was getting pieced up out on the outside with leg kicks. So it was kind of like
worse.
like that. That's even worse. So I mean, like he never took any sort of. Neither of them took a risk. To where I was like, the only risk that was taken in that fight is when Robert Whittaker got hooks when he tried to backpack him, and then he tried to get the rear naked choke, and he had his arm.
That's what I'm saying.
His forearm was under the chin, and he didn't tighten it up. I'm like, oh my goodness! And multiple times, Izzy gave up his back, and Robert Whittaker just let him get up over and over and over again. Oh man! And I saw you on Twitter. You actually said something about that on Twitter about him giving his back up. So it's like, what
actually, funny thing about that, me and Marshall actually pretty much had the same exact thoughts when it comes to Izzy giving up his back. But before I get into that, just on the overall fight, I didn't like Robert Whittaker's game plan at all during the fight. Not even from the onset. Fighting from the outside against Israel Adesanya, I don't know how you expect to win that fight. First of all, I mean, you try to fight on the outside against a man who's just piece. He has every kick in the book. He's gonna counter. I mean, how are you gonna fight from the outside against Izzy? I mean, he was getting. You saw how it happened in the first round. He got dropped quick. He was just getting pieced up, picked apart from the outside. I don't know why that's a game plan. And what even irritated me even more besides that is every time he would get, even if he came in, he turned Izzy to the cage, he would purposely back up and get back to the center of the octagon, where Izzy just walked back to the center of the octagon, he just back on the back foot again. I'm like, what is this man doing? He's just giving Izzy all the space to just pick him apart. I had no idea what he was doing when it comes to that. And then we get to the wrestling. He had him there were so many gaps where he could have easily taken Izzy down, even when it's in the middle of the cage, because Izzy on his back foot, when he's trying to counter, he's open for a takedown, doesn't shoot for the takedown there. Okay, L, but we'll move on. We'll give him that one. And then when he has Izzy's back, the last time he had Izzy's back, he had him in the backpack. It looked like when Izzy was fighting the hand, it looked like he just got off his back and just let him back off. I'm like, what is he doing? Like, I'm like, this man's insane. He didn't go for the body triangle to lock it up right there. I mean, he had full hooks. He let Izzy fight the hands for like 15 seconds, and he was just like, all right, yeah. He looked like he just got off. I'm like, what? Like, what are you doing? And then Izzy, every time Izzy gets taken down, he'll just give up his back so he can get back to standing. He'll just purposely do it. Someone, I forgot who it was, but someone on Twitter told me that if it was like a tier for hand fighting, Izzy's like S tier. That's why people can't sub him. I'm like, no. You're out of your mind. These people are better jiu-jitsu practitioners. He'd be subbed easy.
Robert Whittaker is not. I'm not gonna say he's ass, but he's not alone for jiu-jitsu. And literally, the moment he had one hook in, and the moment he got the first hook in, he got the other hook in, and then he had his right forearm. And, like that. It was like it was like he was flowing on Izzy, and then he like, oh man.
I don't know what he was doing. He was just giving up positions left and right. He was letting Izzy dictate the fight for the most part. I mean, he had some better rounds. I mean, Izzy wasn't doing a whole lot himself either, honestly. But like Robert really wasn't forcing him to do much, to adjust to anything really. I mean, if you're gonna fight Izzy from the outside, that's a mistake, honestly. I mean, this is why I think Izzy's gonna reign so long in the middleweight division, because I don't think you can outstrike him just like that. He's too good on the feet. He's just too good on the feet, especially if you're fighting from the outside. Your only chance is to rush in, really, or put some pressure on him. And I know Whittaker doesn't want to get KO'd again like he did the first time, but you got to at least apply some type of pressure, because exactly what happened to him, he just got picked apart from the outside for the most part. This was going to happen, so. It was a frustrating fight to watch, just for seeing things that Whittaker could have done differently, especially when in the wrestling and the exchanges when it comes to grappling. Things he could have attacked more. I don't know what the game plan was going into this fight. If he thought he was going to stay on the outside and somehow win the striking exchange against Izzy, I don't know how that was going to go, but it was clear from the first round, Izzy's just way too good of a striker for you to do that and win. It's just you have no chance.
You're right. Yep, and then the only person I honestly see beating Izzy is maybe Alex Pereira, because in my opinion, he's probably one of the best top 2 maybe kickboxers in the world right now. So he's the only one who actually has like the ability to fight on the outside. All right.
Mhm.
But as far as pushing the pace, hopefully Jared Cannonier does that. I think he will, because I'm sorry, I don't care how good your chin is. Izzy, I know you got good defense, all that. You get hit by, bruh, you get hit by him. It's raps. Like, honestly, it's
Yep.
raps. We thought the same about Derek Lewis, and we saw what happened with him. You got his ass flatlined. So better tighten up. I'm very interested. That's probably I was more interested in the Jared Cannonier fight than the the Robert Whittaker rematch, honestly, because Jared Cannonier brings more to the table than anyone he's fought. Because he's not gonna do what Costa did and play around. Like, Jared Cannonier is not there to, when he's stepping in that cage, he ain't there to taunt and play around. He in there to
Mhm.
take your head off. Like, he's gonna fight from the first bell to the end. You saw in the Robert Whittaker fight,
Yep.
his own, like, he
Yep.
was literally hurt. Like, I think he had like a fractured form and like more shit.
Yeah.
And he was
Hmm.
still fighting, and he dropped Robert Whittaker at the end with a jab. So it's like he's not gonna give up. So I'm interested to see that fight. But moving on, let's switch sides. All right. So I told Darkside this earlier when he was like, you got something in particular. We're gonna put it on the agenda, and I was like, yes. So I've been talking with some other people about this. Would you marry an adult industry working woman? I'm not gonna say y'all know, come on, like y'all old enough to know what that means. Dark, would you do it?
This is an interesting question. Me personally, Mary, uh, I'm not too sure about that. I'm not too sure about that. I think for me, that's hard for me to marry somebody like that. For me personally, that's hard. I can't cap to you. That's tough. That's tough. I see. It'd be different if we were already together. Then you started going into something else. Maybe then I could, maybe even maybe then I'd be like,
Yeah.
I don't know about all that. I mean, to each their own. But me personally, I don't think I personally could do it. No, I don't think I could do it.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not doing it.
So,
To have a woman be slung down by behemoth mandingos. No, I'm not. No, I don't care. Nah, I don't care. Like, I honestly don't care. Like, that's what you do for a living. Like, that's all you do. Like, you do that for hours. It's not just like a 30-minute thing and then no, you're in there for hours, like, doing this. Nah. Me personally, nah. Some people's like, you're supposed to respect women and
hey, you can
empower
have
women.
respect. I
Yeah,
got I got all respect.
I have respect
I
for
got
you.
all respect.
But when them cameras turn on, you ain't got no respect for yourself, and therefore I'm not gonna respect you. Sample.
uh,
I'm not gonna respect you. I'm no. I couldn't marry. This is the one of my friends said, and this actually like made me cry, like crying laughing. He said the only way he would be able to do it is if if she returns the favor and giving him some of her female coworkers. And I
oh,
was like, I was like that. Well, what do you mean by that? That's a good incentive.
what do you mean by?
That's a good incentive, but no. Still no. Still no. But let me know down below and let us know. Well, what y'all think? Would y'all do it? I better not see no yeses. I'm gonna be on your head. But let's get into the last topic. It's been almost confirmed, not 100% confirmed, but almost. George Kambosos. He is likely to fight in Australia around June 4th against Devin Haney or Lomachenko. And it's kind of leaning heavy towards Lomachenko because it looks like there's some contract disputes between Haney and Georgia's team. You got Haney Senior talking about, well, we gave you the same offer as Loma did, and then you got Georgia's team talking about, nah, that's disrespectful. Who gives a fuck, honestly? I honestly think the Loma fight is more likely to happen because I don't think Loma really cares about the money that much. I think he just
Hmm.
wants the belts.
Yep.
Honestly, he wants the belts more than it. That's why I like the foreign like fighters are more easy to gravitate towards because they like to fight. They don't
Hmm.
care about the money. Like they just want to fight, and that's what Lomachenko want to do. He don't care about what he basically saying, George, whatever you want, we can do it. I just want to fight
Yeah,
you.
you got it.
You
Yep.
got it. Whatever you want, you got it. And some people may call that selling out, but you really have to think about it like this. Let's be 100% honest. Loma's gonna beat the dog shit out of George. He's gonna beat the dog shit out of George. And George, it looks like he's just pricing himself out to whoever's gonna take. Like he's pricing himself. He's basically like, whoever is gonna give me the most money, that's the fight I'm taking, and that's what it's looking like. That's what he's basically saying. Loma's gonna beat the dog shit out of George. So basically, was Loma's like, you can have whatever money you want. I just want the belts. Give me all the belts. I beat you. I go fight Haney, and I just go make whatever money I lost. I just go make that back. I get it. If I do beat Haney, I get undisputed. Now I'm the official ace out in the division. Now I'm making all the money that I want to. If I'm Loma, that's what I'm thinking. So, where does George like? Where does he go from here? Like, which fight is like? What? Like, I don't know. What the fuck does he do? Honestly.
Yep. Well, see, I think in either case, he's going to at least have his next two fights set. So I'm pretty sure whoever he agrees to, he's going to have that rematch clause. 100%. He's going to try to get that in there. 100%. I'm like you. I think it's going to probably the fight's going to go towards Loma over Haney. I don't know what's going on between Haney and Kambosos. I mean, somebody's lying. Somebody's lying there. Somebody's not telling the truth there because both sides can't be saying what they say. Someone's lying. But we probably not going to find out who. It's just going to probably be another fight that never gets made because some type of contract dispute. Someone didn't get a fair offer or whatever they decide to put in there. But somebody's lying on that side. I don't know who's lying, but somebody's lying. So it's probably going to be Loma, just for the fact that Loma doesn't care about the money, like you said. He just wants the belts. So he'll agree to whatever terms you come up with as long as he can get the belts. And I think he'll beat Kambosos too, obviously. I don't know if it'll be easy, though, honestly, 'cause I thought Tiafimo would beat Kambosos easily. But Kambosos showed me something in that fight. He showed me some stuff there, but I don't know, because Loma's not going to be super aggressive like Tiafimo was in that fight, where he just leaves himself open for a bunch of counter shots and things like that. And Loma's he's just a different type of fighter than most people. Like it's really hard to get somebody in camp to replicate Lomachenko's style. That's real tough.
Yeah, real hard.
It's tough. That's real tough. So I'm not sure how George is going to really deal with that type of style that Lomachenko brings. I think Lomachenko will beat him for sure. I probably have Lomachenko. I don't know if he can stop him though, because I don't know. It might maybe by TKO. I don't think he can knock him out though, because in that Tiafimo fight, Kambosos took a lot of big shots. I thought a couple times that Tiafimo was going to knock him out. He took a lot of big shots, even though he was winning the majority of that fight. So I think he definitely has a chin, but I think Loma's just going to box his head off for the most part. I think Loma's just too skilled to lose to Kambosos. And if that's the case, then this is going to be probably another delay for Undisputed, because if Loma beats Kambosos, then they're going to have to run that back with a rematch clause, of course, which Kambosos will probably lose again. Then by that time, we'll have, hopefully, Loma versus Haney is where I'd like to see for Undisputed. But with that whole belt situation that Haney has, I don't know why he let it linger this long, but it is what it is at this point. But I would like to see Haney get the fight over Loma. That's who I want, even though I love Lomachenko. I wanted Haney to get the fight over Loma just so we can get Undisputed a bit quicker and get that whole mess cleared up with the belts. But it seems like somebody's lying to somebody. They don't know what they want to do with that. They don't want Haney to get the shot. Haney's ducking. Kambosos is ducking. Both sides saying they didn't get no offer, and someone saying check the email. It's too much going on that end. And then on the other side of that with Loma, I just see Loma saying we accepted an offer. And on Haney's side, I'm just seeing check your email. The offer was sent. We need more money. Can you get the vaccine? Can you fly to Australia? All this other stuff. So I'm like, yeah, Haney's not getting the fight. That's a wrap. That's a wrap for Haney. Sorry.
Yeah, he's not fighting. And lastly, we got two OK. Wait, hold on. I completely messed it up. We got two old head UK bruh thumps fighting this weekend. We got Glass Chin, Amir Khan, and then you got Kell Brook. And I watched their face to face earlier today, and
Mm-hmm.
Kell Brook was just fucking whining the whole time. It was just like,
Yeah.
well, he's not giving me the credit and
Yeah, so
this and this. I'm like, bro, what? Like, you're about to be 40. Like, shut up. Like, nobody cares. And then Amir Khan, he's just sitting there. He's like, this is so fucking crazy. It looked like Amir Khan didn't want to be there. It's just like he's like,
Amir Khan's like, "Wait, this is really happening right now? This man's asking me for giving him respect. Like, you would think that Kell Brook is like an up and comer like Haney or something, talking about look what I've done so far. I mean, that was just wild. That whole interaction between them, like Kell Brook's talking about he's never been like he never got like beat up in a fight or something like. I'm like Kell, are you good? You good? You never been beat up in a fight. Even Amir Khan's like, are you sure? Hey, all right. All right.
I'm in the minority with this pick. I'm picking Amir Khan to win. Honestly.
Yep.
I'm picking.
I might be there.
I'm picking him to win. Outside of him not having the most, literally the worst chin in boxing,
Literally.
he's like very skilled. He's more skilled than Kell Brook, honestly. Hopefully he wins, but literally all Kell Brook has to land is like literally one good punch.
Touch that chin.
And
touch that chin.
That's what I think Kell Brook has to be thinking. I know Kell Brook knows that Amir Khan is like skilled. All he's thinking is, I need one counter shot, one slip up from Amir Khan, which is more than likely going to happen. He's going to slip, and all he needs is that one, and the fight's over. So,
yeah, I'm kind of with you right there. I'm leaning towards. I want to say I'd be leaning towards Kell Brook, but like you, I know Amir Khan is skilled, and we got to worry about that chin. Now, I'm pretty sure Amir Khan at this point, he knows he has no chin left, so. I think Amir Khan's anticipating that Kell Brook has no chin either, but I don't think that's the case. I mean, Kell Brook's been beaten down by like some of the top dogs, but it wasn't straight flash KOs. It's basically ref stoppage, TKO, can't go no longer type of beatings. But I think it's really hard to pick somebody with no chin, man. It's so hard. To say you're gonna go all these rounds without having your chin touched, that's a tough task, especially how we've seen you go out in the past. That's a tough thing to go with Amir Khan. I think my official prediction is probably gonna be Kell Brook. I just don't see Amir Khan being able to keep him off of him for the entire fight and not get his chin touched. I just don't see that happening. Because we've seen Amir Khan get like starched multiple times. So it's so hard to pick. It's so hard to pick somebody like that, even though he's so skilled. But hopefully he's improved his defense, and hopefully for his sake, Kell Brook slowed down enough where he's not going to be able to really push the pace against Amir Khan and starch him. But if he touches that chin, that's all she wrote.
Yep, that's going to be it. And speaking of that's going to be it, that's going to be the end of this podcast, man. Me and Darkside, once again, the Durag Chronicles, tag team, best tag team duo out right now. Appreciate all the support. We actually got a fair amount of great support on that first video, so shout out to everybody that supported it. Yeah, man. Like and subscribe. Subscribe to Darkside's channel. Link will always be in the description down below. And y'all already know what time it is with me. Do something productive with your day. It's Black History Month. Support Black creators, and beating your meat is not productive. And Darkside, I'm gonna let you end it off, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's pretty much all I got to say. I just wanted to thank everybody for support, man. This has been fun. I mean, time's flying when we go through these things. I don't even remember what we be talking about. I just be rattling those things off. I just be saying off the dome. So, man, I appreciate all the support everybody's giving us, and excited for the next one, man.
Yes, sir. And y'all heard us. It's been fun, y'all, and we'll see y'all next time, man. I'm your boy, Jammin' Man. It's been Darkside, man. We'll see y'all later, man.